Supreme Court. Let's go straight to that. It's a setback to Uddhav Sena in the apex court. Win for Eknath Shinde camp as the court hearing on Maharashtra cases gets delayed further. The Chief Justice has said it is going to take time to set up a bench. The Chief Justice of India has asked the SG or the Solicitor General to request the Speaker to not take any action in the pending disqualification proceedings against the 16 rebel MLAs. The matter essentially has been delayed. Anisha Mathur is with us. Anisha, this essentially means the Speaker can't do anything for the time being. How do you interpret this? What does it really mean for Uddhav Thackeray and his MLAs?
Well, sir, this Maharashtra case is getting more and more complicated by the day with the new Eknath Shinde government now in power. Now, the interesting point is that that senior advocate Kapil Sibal, who had appeared before the court today, has said that there could be action even against the Uddhav camp MLAs, and that's the decision from the Speaker, the new elected Speaker, against the disqualification of the 16 MLAs who had favoured Eknath Shinde. That would be a palpable exercise of biased behaviour, and that is why they had said that this matter needs to be heard. Remember, in the last few weeks, because Maharashtra politics has taken so many twists and turns, now the Supreme Court hearing is also very, very crucial to see, because the Uddhav camp wants the 16 MLAs of the Eknath Shinde camp disqualified. But they're also saying that the new Speaker could take a biased decision, and instead of disqualifying the Eknath Shinde camp MLAs, he could give them relief and instead take action against the Uddhav camp MLAs. The Supreme Court at the moment has taken a decision to not list the matter today or in the next 1 or 2 days. The Chief Justice has said it will take a few days to set up a bench which can look into all of these issues, and therefore it has asked the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly, it has asked the Solicitor General to inform the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly to not take any action or take any further proceedings, because the disqualification issue was scheduled to be heard by the Speaker on the 12th, that is tomorrow. And therefore now the Uddhav camp has said that the Speaker should not take any decisions whatsoever, because the basic question of who remains in power, whether the Eknath Shinde government is legitimate or not, whether the Shinde camp MLAs could face any proceedings or not, and whether the new Speaker could have been elected in the first place. All of these matters are pending before the Supreme Court. So very clearly, as the legal nuances and the legal twists and turns get worked out, the Shinde government in Maharashtra at the moment is sitting pretty. Back to you.
Essentially, Anisha, this means that status quo is going to continue. There aren't going to be any changes until the court decides any further, isn't it?
Well, yes, Neha, the status quo as it is right now is likely to continue, because the Supreme Court requested the Speaker of the Assembly to not take any action in these disqualification petitions. So as the Eknath Shinde government is and remains in power, the disqualification against the Shinde camp MLAs, that matter will not be heard at the moment. And the pending petitions, because remember, we've seen in the last few weeks multiple petitions filed before the Supreme Court regarding Eknath Shinde's rebellion, regarding the disqualification of the rebel MLAs, then the formation of the new government, the election of the new Speaker, the floor test for Eknath Shinde in the Chief Minister's chair. All of these tests that have happened in Maharashtra politics are under challenge in the Supreme Court by one camp or the other. And now with the Supreme Court saying they will take a few days to even start hearing these matters, it is status quo in Maharashtra. The Eknath Shinde government remains in power. The Speaker has been requested not to take any action whatsoever. Back to you.
In that sense, it's a big boost also for the Eknath Shinde camp, Anisha?
Well, in a way, you can say that it is a boost for the Eknath Shinde camp, because the court has at the moment decided not to hear any of these petitions. At the same time, it also comes as a sigh of relief of sorts to the Uddhav Thackeray camp as well, because they are also worried that the MLAs who are still backing Uddhav Thackeray and the ones who voted against Eknath Shinde in the floor test, they could also face some sort of disqualification or disciplinary proceedings, because now the Eknath Shinde camp is in power in the Assembly. So at the moment, as you said, the status quo, both sides are waiting almost with daggers drawn to sort of wait to see what happens to each other's sides, MLAs, But for now, the Eknath Shinde government will remain in power, and yes, it is a win for them because their MLA's disqualification issue also remains pending. So their MLAs also not to get disqualified at the moment. Those petitions will remain pending. But in a way also because they had hoped, the Uddhav camp had pointed out that the speaker who is now elected, who is now favoring the Shinde camp, could in fact have given relief to these rebel MLAs. So in a way, it is sort of a no-win situation for anyone. Eknath Shinde's MLAs will not face disqualification, but they will also, at the moment, not get a relief of the speaker dismissing their disqualification petitions. So at the moment, the situation remains as it is in Maharashtra.
Be with us. I'm just going to come back to you. Arvind Sawant is also now joining us. Thank you so much for your time. Your reaction to what has been said by the court today.